What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I'm your host, Jimmy Smith, and today we are celebrating another On the Road to Victory Monday. That's right, 6 in a row, ladies and gentlemen. The 6-0 Philadelphia Eagles. And I can't stress enough how beautiful it truly is. So I hope you're all having yourselves a great day, enjoying this Monday, getting your week off right, because I know for me it has been an enjoyable one so far. Still trying to recuperate from that damn game yesterday. Don't even know how I still have a voice, but let's go. Hope you're all ready to rock and roll. So tonight, this is a night for you guys, just like on Fridays. It's Victory Monday. So taking all of your questions, all of your comments, anything you want to talk about, the game, the upcoming, obviously we have a bye week, but the game after that, whatever's on your mind, feel free to leave it down below. And I'd love to talk some birds with you. But my man Joseph in here in the building, leaving a comment before I was even on. Love to see it 6-0. Yes, he sure did. And, the Eagles won. That, to me, is the most important thing. I know a lot of the media, a lot of the fans are still really upset. They were really wrong about everything this offseason. And, hey, look, man, they follow narratives. They do their own thing. That's great, man. But they're still upset. So no matter what Hurts does, no matter what the Eagles do, these people are still going to be upset. And it's not about football for them. It's about being right. So, unfortunately for them, that's going to take a lot more hard work for that to happen. But it's clear, to everyone watching, the Eagles are the real deal. You could talk about, picking up the blitz. Oh, well, they don't do this on defense. Oh, well, they let second half. Look, we talk about all these things. Did I enjoy the second half? No, man, because we talked about going in at halftime, 20-3 that, what do we do every game? Let teams sneak back in. So they started to do some of that. And, there is a lot to go into every single game, every single week. And I think just to be able, with the issues we've had, to win every one of these games so far it's quite impressive. We talked about having bumpy roads to start this season, but if we could get wins while learning through those bumpy roads, then that's a win-win. Well, the Eagles, have been learning, and they have been making mistakes and learning from those. Even in game, you see how they are adjusting. So they're going to adjust each week, learn about themselves, learn, what they're good at, what works against what, So again, you're going to hear people nitpick and whine about this, but being 6-0 going into the bye is actually a really good thing. So let them be upset. But as I told them this offseason, tune in sometime, maybe hit that play button instead of just commenting and being upset that, you think we could ever get a Son Reddick, Jordan Davis, Kaiser White, James Bradbury, AJ Brown? I doubt it. Well, we did. And it's like, I'm not here to argue with anyone. And I always tell people that. It's like, look, this isn't even an argument. You're not saying anything. Like, you got to bring some kind of substance here. And, all we heard was Deshaun Watson. And it's like, look, none of these things are actually happening. So in a world of misinformation where people rely on hot takes and just dumb stuff, it's unfortunately rules the world. So I'm going to keep doing what I do. And I know people are not big fans of it. I know people don't like to talk football. I know people out there are wild, but you guys, this is what this is for, man. This is what this is all about. We talked for an entire year about the things that people are finally just now talking about. I'll get 1-2 likes on something talking about Jalen Hurts' development, how he's going to be a great quarterback, and everybody, F you don't know it. But if he actually does those things, all you got to do is like screenshot, take the clip, post it, take some PFF stats and put it. Dude, you'll get thousands of likes, subscribers, everybody. Dude, this guy knows his stuff. Did you see how he copied and pasted those stats down? Knows his ball. I mean, guy knows his ball. To me, that's wild. And that's why you had what you had this offseason. A lot of confusion. So I sought out to try to explain the multiple scheme defense, how the cap works, how Howie Roseman was going to build a contender. Let them keep whining, guys. Let us enjoy this, So we're 6-0. And when we were 5-0, we talked about, they're going to have excuses ready. So just be ready for this. Don't let them break your joy. This is the joy we've had since the beginning of, before last season started. We talked about next year, we're going to be Super Bowl contenders. Everybody's sleeping, but wait till they see it. Well, sitting at 6-0 here, I think people are starting to see what I meant. And, look, if they don't, they want to still be skeptical. That's fine. Everyone has their own opinion. My point is, I think they finally see what I mean about Hurts can develop. Jonathan Gannon's multiple schemes do work if players tackle and things. But, just Howie Roseman being a good GM, just trying to convince people of those things was like, is this reality? So it was a very confusing offseason. It's, man, being at that stadium yesterday, dude, 6-0 into the bye. And that's the thing, we talk about going into this bye. Maybe if you had one loss, I'd be okay with it. But I thought, we could go undefeated into this. And, you build on that. So as much as you don't like an early bye, it's still a great thing. We're going to go indulge, man, and have ourselves a time because they have earned it. So I think for me, this team, they know what they need to do. People can complain about whatever they want. They know in practice what they have to work on. And, being at that stadium yesterday, just, so nice. Like the difference between being there at the Vikings game or like even last year when everyone's just booing Hurts when he comes out, or Sirianni, it was just like, oh God, like it's not how I grew up. We boo them when they're doing bad, not right off the bat, just to tell them, hey, look, we're here not to support you. We want you to fail like that. I will always root for the Eagles. That's something I can never do or figure out with these new fans. That's not my thing, but seeing all the new fans, seeing the closet fans, the bandwagon, everybody there yesterday, it was like, yes, this is what we dreamed of. This is the moment we talked about when they have to repeat everything we try to convince them. That's you're adding, dude, just add the stones in, baby. Let's get that damn fist going because that's what they're getting right now, right up there. So I'll be real with you. It's been enjoyable today. You haven't seen anything from the Cowboys fans. You haven't seen, the whiny Eagles fans. Everybody, that was for the whole week telling you, you better be here on Monday. Better see you. Well, it's Monday, and I don't see you. So what are they going to do? Eagles have not peaked yet. Yeah, and see, Lonely B's been listening. He hears me. So, one thing I've tried to get across every single day, every single week is they're still not at 100%. So, hey, keep sleeping. They'll all be repeating what I'm saying soon enough, man. And, they're lining up very nicely, Mike. I think, this is what I talked about last year when everybody, it's like, no, you have to understand football first. So, what I tried to show was how the salary cap works, how you add all these defensive players we needed to add, how you get that big name wide receiver, how we add all of these pieces we needed. And, it's funny that they had to line up, right? That's the talk we had. Like you had to actually go out and sign those people. I could talk about Hassan Reddick, Kaiser White, James Bradbury as much as I want, but how we had to actually go do it. I could talk about drafting Jordan Davis and Nakobe Dean for months like I did, but how we had to do it, right? So I just was saying they're lined up for him to go do these things. If he truly is the great GM I think he is, this is what I think he will do. That's all I was saying. And then he went and did all of those things. And then after that, before I even said that, if he does those things, and if you do get those pieces, you will be a Super Bowl contender. I'm telling you, I'm high plains drifter today. But I think really, what has changed? From what I said last year, what is the change? I said, we have to be patient for Hurts development. We have young coaches who are all going to be very great at what they do. People that don't play football or know anything about it, they'll tell you, John Gannon's a terrible coach. And it's like, wow, people are trying to actually learn about real things and like watch football. So the fact that people are getting hired and paid money that don't even understand basic things, it's enough to drive you crazy, man. And to see it lining up and to have those people with the blue check marks all now having to repeat everything I've said for a year. And, now they're did you see how smart this guy is? And it's like, I can bring up a post from them. And then when I do that, if I like comment back on something from like a year ago, because all you got to do is type in the word, search for them. And I'll ask them like, oh, you're the biggest fan now ever. Like the Manuel Lachos and, all of the people that just Eagles are the worst. The Hurts, it sucks. He's a failure. The Dan Silly is criminal. It's like, man. So when you come back to them and you ask them, hey, did you still feel, how dare you? How dare you question my football knowledge? And it's like, well, dude, you questioned mine for a year. I just am asking you now that it's happened and you're repeating what I've said. So you feel that way, right? It's cute to see people get down. Cowboys fans using the backup quarterback excuse, didn't win the Super Bowl there. Yeah, Samuel saw my Twitter post. So as I said, I'll show you guys here. I'll read it off to you. So as I tweeted, the Eagles can win the Super Bowl with backup quarterbacks against one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. But the Cowboys can't even win a regular season game against a quarterback that can't develop and only has 4 passing touchdowns. You love to see it. Yeah. So, hey, man, they can make as many excuses as they want. I'm just going to keep bringing facts for them. So, hey, how you doing, Cowboys fans and Eagles haters? Hope you're doing well today, because I know I am. When the banged up O-line, our run game is reliable, backup O-line. Yeah, man. I'm so glad people are finally starting to see, that our line is good. Holy shit, how hard it was to convince people that we have a great line and great depth. And it's like, how they didn't see that. It's wild to me, man. Peking means putting these games away. Yeah, that is what it means, man. Getting better. So, hey, glad you've been listening. Glad you've been tuning in, my man. I'm just trying to help my best. So as they keep getting better, they will continue to dominate. So as the people whine and, we didn't get to Sean watching it. Well, it hurts developed. I'm sorry you guys don't know anything about football, but unfortunately I tried. I tried. Can't bitch anymore, man. I did everything I could. I brought his trainer on, his chef. I talked to his mom, everybody, dude, and nobody cared. Nobody, who cares? Hurt sucks. Yeah. Does he? Does he? Because, you got guys going out that Kendall Jenner dude that went and bought the old Hurts jersey, was like, I'm a diehard, I've been, and he like left the tag on. He just bought it, and it was like, bro, I remember you like straight trashing Jalen Hurts for months. So if you tag in that or put that Kendall Jenner dude's name in and then put Jalen Hurts, you'll see he's never said a word about him from before the last couple of weeks. And it's like, haven't said a word, but you talk about the Eagles every day. That must mean you deleted all of it. Then you had to go buy an old jersey with the number 2. You had to find one to act like you had an old one, but then you left the tag on. Dude, that's how down bad people are right now. And I love that, dude. I love to see that. Making them go out, spend their mom's money when they were just spending years trashing the guy. That's taking control over someone, man, making them bend the knee. That's awesome. So you know how I feel about being able to do that to all the media people and fans. It's a glorious feeling when you're like, hey, look, you can talk slander and say as many evil things as you want to me, but at the end of the day, for me, it's all about what are the Eagles doing? So if the Eagles are succeeding, I think you should be glad I was right? So they can go whining corners if they want. Played the Walmart version of the 85 Bears defense last night. Came out on top. Great value, great win. Yeah. No, we played a great defense last night, actually. Way more complicated than that 85 Bears defense. That's for damn sure. But, yeah, this defense, what did I talk about all week? The people were finally going to learn who a real defense was. So the only issue is we didn't create any pressure. So I did not like the whole game from the defense. Definitely so many missed tackles and things that really pissed me off in that second half of the game. But I really felt, we have shown we're the better team. They were going to come out. They had this great defense. We weren't going to score 10 points. It's like, well, we did. So it's comical to me that people just keep talking, and it just keeps proving that, well, they just don't know what they're talking about. And that defense last night, they did great in that first half. I thought, holy shit, and I think, the run stopping and things like that, there are definitely issues that we've talked about, and they still have to work out some kinks. And I think, as I've mentioned, Lily B was repeating here earlier, this team is nowhere near 100%, man. Just wait till they're all on the same page, and it's just reacting rather than thinking and reacting. So that extra second, it's going to help, man. And I really think people are sleeping on this team. And, obviously most of the closet fans, bandwagon, everybody's an Eagles fan again. Like most people aren't. Most people are now, Eagles are Super Bowl champs. Went from, worst team ever to now we're super. It's like, so we talk about going from one extreme to another. That's how it goes. But we try to, jump in front of that in this offseason. That's what, the plan was. We don't want people looking like this again this year, do we? Coming at my post and then having to feel like an asshole a year later. But it happened, man. And it did. So, hey, we're going to keep helping them. And then we're going to keep going until they're repeating it all. We have a shutdown defense. Yeah, that's very clear, my man. They sure are. That's why I wanted James Bradbury. You guys remember 3 months before we got him, I talked about how important it was to go get a James Bradbury, right? Exactly who James Bradbury, that guy right there. We went and got him. And this is what I was talking about whenever, you don't get a washed up corner. Again, these are the people that didn't know what a multiple scheme defense was and didn't think Jalen Hurts could develop. So you can't really listen to much of what they have to say, But hey, it is what it is. But great point there, Vincent. Yes. Very good. And, that's what we're trying to get across to people. This is why we have thought there could be a top defense in this league, top 3. I think so. So keep working on it, Birds. I'm behind you. Where do you rank Hurts right now? If you're ranking the starting quarterbacks ranking, he's ranked as one of the best, as I always say, MVP candidate. So doing better than Lamar right now. I know there's Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen out there. So I'm not big into like the list. I know a lot of people don't know much about football, so they like spend time making like those lists and stuff. A lot of those content creators. So it's a good question, man. I'm not somebody that just like makes a list of things. Like I actually just try to break things down and talk about it. I don't know. I see a lot of that was happening this all season. For me, each week it's always ever changing. So look, Josh Allen right now, he's still one of the best, if not the best. Patrick Mahomes, the same thing could be said, but Jalen Hurts, one thing I tried to talk about was, this is his second year as starter. Give him time to develop, just like they gave time for Josh Allen. So, yeah, he's got to, obviously, when I made that post last year, people were losing their mind, even though it said, like, this isn't a comparison of their skill sets, but just to say that players can develop. And with Hurts being way better than Josh Allen, at that, time in their career, it goes to show that, man, at this point where Josh Allen is, what is Hurts going to look like? For me, pretty phenomenal. So I'd have him, his career trajectory, I'm going to say he's on the list of right where I had him, becoming an MVP. The fans are going to have to worship him kind of deal. I think that's where we're at. And I think everybody's going to be changing their profile pictures. They're going to be the biggest Hurts fans you've ever seen. So that's where I have him on my list. My man, Drew. I was waiting for you, my dude. Appreciate the super chat, my guy, but I was waiting to talk some birds with you. I saw your comment right before I was getting on. I was like, oh, damn it. Yesterday was insane. And I'm not even kidding you. I watch, I think it's Screen Crush is the name of it. Shout out to them. The dude's pretty cool, but he always does stuff on like certain TV shows and stuff. And I was watching one on House of the Dragon, and it said something, the episode last night. I woke up today and watched it. But it was something, one of his ads was something about if it says free something Wi-Fi, they're taking your information. And I swear to God, last night, that's exactly how I felt. It said free equals Wi-Fi. And I'm like, does it always say that? Because I know it says something along the lines of that, but my phone wouldn't work for like half the stuff I was trying to do, trying to report what's going on. The only thing that ever came out was CJ Gardner-Johnson, I said, was coming back into the game. Then he caught that interception. I was like, oh, cool. But I was trying to make videos. Some of them didn't even post. They just said they were upcoming. I don't know what was going on there, but dude, I was waiting for you because I trying to get back to everything and all the chaos. And last night, I didn't even get home till 4 a.m. You guys know when I go to those night games, I do not get home until it is literally almost the next morning. So, it's been a rough day today. I'm not going to lie to you, only a couple hours of sleep. But in those couple, I woke up, I was like, I have time to watch House of the Dragon. And I only watched like 50 minutes, but then I had to finish it. But it was cool. If you guys watch that show, I definitely recommend it. I was recommending it to, I had Jalen's chef at my tailgate last night. If you guys aren't showing up, you're missing out, man. But we were talking and I was trying to convince him. I'm like, look, man, you like Game of Thrones. I know the last 2 seasons sucked. I was like, but this House of the Dragon, it's legit, man. It's legit. So if any of you are on the fence about it, go ahead and watch it. Now, there's some weird shit. It is Game of Thrones. So you're going to see your, Trump-esque sister kissing kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, you should expect that. So, yeah, but I recommend it highly. But yeah, that's all just to say that I was thinking about you, my man. And I was like, hope he tunes in tonight so we can talk some birds, because what a game it was, man. I was there. I told you guys, every game I go to, I tell you, I'm going to be crazier than I've ever been because I'm just that way. But last night, yelling at the top of my lungs, going insane as much as I possibly could, doing all I can. You guys remember last year, one of the only fans that was cheering for the Eagles. That was tough being in the link. Everybody's booing when we didn't even do anything bad. And I'm trying to come on, let's root for the Eagles. I want them to win. And to see people actually cheering for them now, it's like, thank you, God. And Drew, you've been here, for about a year now. Well, this offseason, you saw me. I've been just going hard on getting people on board. Like, come on, man, I'm telling you, you are going to regret talking all this shit on Sirianni, Gannon, Hurts, and Howie, everybody that they were going at. And it's like, I don't know what else to do, man. So they're backtracking now, my man. So Drew, I can't do this without any of you guys. So my man, I was waiting to hear from you, because not that I don't love all of you out there and want to hear from you, but some of you guys are truly dedicated and support me. And it's not just when we're winning. And I cannot thank you enough for that. Having, because we're getting comments all the time like, yeah, I've been telling them all year. And I'm like, who the I'm like, who are you? I never even heard your name before. And now you're the biggest fan. Okay, well, I spent an entire year and nobody, only a few of you were there backing me up. And it's like, it's weird for a whole year. And then you go search their name and it's like, you've never said anything about him before this year? That's weird. It's almost as if you deleted it all. My man, Drew, can't thank you enough, though, dude. Thank you for the super chat, for just tuning in. I appreciate you taking the time, dude. Hope you're doing well, recuperating from all that damn hurricane stuff, man. Hate that you had to go through that, but hope you and the family are well, my man. And look, I hate when you miss them, too, but I understand that we all have crazy lives, and that's why I can't even get this at a set time. I try with some of these, but look, man, it is what it is. But you guys, the fact that you take the time, whether it's live, you watch it later, I look forward, when I get your comments, I look forward to responding and talking with you guys even after these. Like, that's what this is all about to me, man. I can't do this, and I don't think people understand that. And I'm not ever trying to talk bad about you guys. Like, I love you guys, and we're all skeptical, man. And especially when I was younger and I drank all the time. F you, F this. I know what alcohol does. Trust me. It's one of the worst drugs out there. But it's like, I'm not, again, judging you or doing whatever you want to do. My point is, I have a clearer head. I actually watch the games. I'm not there to, wear the prettiest hat or do shit like that. You know what I mean? It's like, but I love you guys, dude. And I need you to understand that when I go hard at people, it's the media people that sit there and just trash. I want to take their jobs, man. Like, I want to get paid for this. And people get upset about it. And they're like, oh, what? And it's like, look, I understand. Like, you don't want to support me. You don't whatever. But it's like, don't complain about not having good content out there, because there's somebody out there that's literally destroying the competition. So there's just no argument anymore, but I appreciate you, dude. And yes, keep running the ball. You guys all know my motto: run the damn ball. I was screaming it yesterday, so it was great. Hurts might be the best 4th and 1 option. Yeah, about it. That quarterback sneak is lethal. When you got the best offensive line in the game, woo, quite the combo. House of the Dragons is amazing. Best. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Samuel, my man. Look, and I agree. That was one of the things I was talking with the chef last night about. There's just nothing on TV right now. It's all trash. And when I do get time, it's not like when I was younger, like I have like, oh, I can catch this at a certain time. Like, I can never catch them live. But there are shows I like to try when I get time with my girlfriend. We like to try to watch something together, do things like that. And we used to have shows and stuff. And anymore, it's just like, what is out there? The Boys isn't on right now, which is a phenomenal show. Walking Dead, I'm kind of just waiting for it to be over, because I'm like, what's going on with Rick? Like, all right, you drug this on long enough. This guy's got a horse dragon, this zombies, doing backgammon. Like, okay, whatever. But, those shows, it is what it is. But right now, what's on? I couldn't agree more with you, Samuel. Oh, yeah. House of the Dragon is, I feel like I'm watching Game of Thrones. It's weird. Like, I know it's different, but that it's a prequel. You're in that, and like, the fun little nuggets they leave. You're like, oh, that guy's, oh, blah, blah, blah. And you put things together. It's pretty cool. But man, what a great show. And he was like, are you sure? And I'm like, dude, I'm telling you. And then it hit me while I was talking to him. I was like, oh my God. I was like, there's a new episode all night. And he's like, you just got pretty excited. He's like, all right, I'm going to check it out. And I was like, do. And I told him, like, hey, just forewarning, some, Game of Thrones stuff in there with the weird stuff. So, but man, I hope he watches it. I'm looking forward to talking with him about it, because it's been rough without any cool shows. I'll tell you what, though, Samuel, another one to check out. We watched the other day. Didn't get to finish it yet. The Watcher, that's what it was called. And it's pretty neat. I'm not going to say anything. I don't like to ruin stuff for anybody, but check it out. It's real. It's got a lot of twists, keeps you guessing. I can't wait to watch the end of it. But that was something that actually caught my attention. And it's hard to please me when it comes to TV or movies. I can't deal with these B-rated stuff anymore. But I would recommend that Watcher on Netflix. It's actually pretty good. I enjoyed it, but it's nowhere in the league of like House of Dragons or anything like that. But I would totally check it out if I were you. Just if you're into like twists and turns and stuff like that. Who's the killer? Who's the like stuff? Yeah, it's definitely got me. You are the beacon in the fog of bullshit. Drew, my man, I appreciate you. There was someone who said something, the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. And it was something about like, sent from the Lord. Like, it was funny as hell. But I was like, I appreciate you, man. And all I'm trying to do, and again, I'm not smarter than anyone. I'm so cool. I literally don't hold myself in any kind of standard. Like, I have to stop beating myself up. Like, I have mental health issues. Like, I don't think people understand that. What I try to convey is I do know a lot about football and I match energy. So when people come to tell me what I don't, that's when I turn into that person where it's like, oh, yeah. So that's not me. Like, I literally want to have fun, talk football. And if people don't know something, I want to teach them. If they know something I don't know, I want to learn. If someone has a differing opinion, I want to hear it. That's what this is all about. It's the people that are this new age, man. I don't know. This world is weird. People need to learn a little respect, but the way people talk, and it's like, man, you'd think you'd have a little bit of education before you spoke. But in today's world, people with very little education think that they know more than doctors, scientists. That's the kind of world we live in. So it's tough, man. It's tough for intelligent people. It is. But I appreciate you, dude. I really do. Don't know if you know, but on the broadcast, my Lotta said he's from Stoutland University. Love it. Yeah, I saw somebody make a graphic of that then. It's awesome. I don't know if you noticed, but Jordan Mailata apparently saved one of my pictures. Didn't know because it wasn't a retweet or anything. I just see one day a post from Jordan Mailata, and it's a picture I made of, him and Lane Johnson, the Island Boys, and it's got like the crazy hair and stuff on it. But he used it to tweet on Lane Johnson's post. I was like, wait. I was like, so you have my picture saved and you use it? I need to get in at Stoutland U. I'm a huge Mailata fan, so I was ready to run through a wall when I saw that, dude. That's pretty cool. But yes, Stoutland U, quite a good one. My man Dante in the building. What is going on, bro? Hope you are doing well. Dude, a good win it was. A hard-fought battle, 6-0. Here we go. All about it. I was thinking of you the other day. I finally got an email back from YouTube, and I was like, oh, that membership stuff you and Drew were trying to tell me about? Yeah, there's a reason I can't have or don't have one of those. If you guys remember, I had said about the intro music, how I had to come up with a new one, all that stuff. Well, apparently, because of all of the times I use that music, it has on my videos, like marked, like ineligible, whatever. They're like, oh, you have too many marks on those for. I was like, do you know that's like all of my videos? So I don't know if that's ever going to happen, my man. But yeah, I was thinking about it. I'm like, oh, I got an answer. So I either got to delete those parts, figure it out. I don't know. But don't know if any stickers are coming anytime soon. But I will get there, man. And I appreciate you trying to help me with that stuff. But I finally figured it out. Good from the hurricane, currently recovering from last night. Yeah, man. Well, glad to hear about that. And for some reason, I guess last night it was a nail biter to an extent. But the Cardinals game, my heart hurt literally on Tuesday. I woke up and was like, oh my God, my chest, like it literally like hurt. So yeah, this was tough, but I mean, no, we handled business, right? And, but I'm still reeling for sure. And the driving, left 9 a.m. and then didn't get home till 4 a.m. I'm like, holy shit. Like, those are long days, man. It's not like I'm just driving. Like, I drive, go to my brother's, then we drive to the stadium, then we go hang out all day, and then I go to the game, then I go back to his house, and then I drive all the way home. So, whoo! And then, of course, only for my phone, like, not to work most of the time, which made me very pissed off. But it is what it is. The boys, oh, yeah. I love that show. I love what they did last season, incorporating where America is today with that show, making Homelander, pretty much the conservative parties with Trump at the helm. Oh, my God. Like, the way they just didn't even care. What a great show. And the ending, how great was that when he sees, like, just like America, when everybody's like, let all the old people and the children die if they are a small percent. And it's like, holy shit. And you saw Homelander, he's like, at the end there smiling because they're all like, yeah, kill them all. And it's like, holy shit. So we can hope that maybe some of America will watch that show and learn something from about what, just like what Hitler was able to do to the unintelligent people to turn them into Nazis. That's what's happening to them right now. And it's like, yo, it's great that show is touching on that stuff, man. A lot of them are. A lot of people aren't afraid to speak up and be a real man and, stand up to traitors and scum in this country. So love it. Yo, yeah, I'm working on it, my dude. What's going on, my man Kayvon? My biggest takeaway is the Birds are 6-0 and the world is going to have to kiss my ass. That's what I took away from it. Maybe I better get my blue check mark. People better start paying me. That's what I'd like. But no, I took away from it that The media is going to have to start bringing people in that know football, bro. Cowboys didn't stand a chance. We talked about that. We let them sneak back in. We have struggles doing that, but we've talked about this over and over again. This team is still nowhere near where they're going to be. So I think the biggest takeaway for me is this team's for real. They are Super Bowl contenders. Everything I said last year, I still feel the same way, Kayvon. I still feel if Howie adds those pieces, we're going to be a Super Bowl contender because he did add those pieces and they are gelling. And like I said, there will be growing pains to go through, which we have seen mightily. But to be able to win through that, have a bye week, learn from it, I couldn't ask for anything else, man. Lane Johnson seems to be all right. He has, concussion stuff going on, but we'll leave it at that. Not sure how much I'm supposed to say there, but we got a bye week, so let's not be concerned about it. Unfortunate, but Jack Driscoll stepped in and did his damn thing. Look, he had his issues for sure, but this is what we talk about, the versatility of this lineman, something I try to talk about all season. This is the best unit, and our backup unit could be starters on other people's teams. Nobody wanted to hear it. These guys suck. We have to trade for dude. It's like, all right, dude. Watch a game sometime. My man. Appreciate you tuning in, dude. Wasn't nervous, just pumped up. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, I'm nervous for every game, dude. I'm pumped up, nervous. I feel every emotion under the sun. I mean, 36 years of it, dude. I'm going to die that way, and I'll be perfectly fine with it, man. That's how I prefer it. And, I'll go to war for my team, and I'll let them know when it's time. But, that's what I was trying to prove this offseason. It was like, look, there's a time and a place to call Howie a terrible GM and Nick Sirianni a terrible coach and Jalen Hurts. But unfortunately, it's not in this reality. You're going to have to call up Dr. Strange and find somewhere else. And all I was trying to say was watch football. That's all, man. And look, I think they will now, but I still think they're not going to know what they're watching, because if that was their analysis of this team preseason, I really can't listen. I don't know how anybody listens to those Thomases or the Gay 2Ds or whatever. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean that. But I think that, those are places that they really just too much for me. All the trash talking, and they trash talk people about, you don't know this, you don't know that. And then it's like, oh, don't I? And then we come back and then we ask, well, what about, and they don't know too much. So I love having control over those people now, having them have to repeat what I've said. I hope they get pumped up about that. My man, Papa Sora in the building. Let's go. I hope you're pumped up about this win. Ready to run through a wall would be an understatement. I was driving home, like blaring music, like literally, probably people are like, we better call the cops. This guy's smoking crack at 4 a.m. driving home. No, baby, that's pure adrenaline. You can't stop this train. Even a disease can't stop me. I will not be stopped. It's bleed green 24/7, man. It really is. Show me that people don't know football. Only a few. There was 85 Bears like defense, and we had our way with them when we were locked in. Yeah. I can't agree that it was anything like the 85 Bears, though, because you have to understand that this is a multiple scheme defense, and the 85 Bears were nothing anywhere like that. But yeah, we played a lot of different schemes. And go back to that video. You can see the penny front. You can see all the different fronts that we use. You're going to see multiple schemes where you're going to be able to look like all kinds of different. So Vic Fangio style defense, where you just have so many schemes each week, you get to use different ones that are based on matchups. So that's what I meant by that. But love it, dude. You're going to see bits and pieces of all kinds of defenses. That's the new age thing. One of these days, when doctor's going to tell me my heart will explode from watching games, they ain't gonna stop me. No, they literally already did. It's bad for my health to get my blood pressure up, and I don't care. I mean, you guys know I luckily got to meet Howie Roseman when I got that hernia off the next day. You can't be, I was in a car for 3 hours, dude. Every bump made me want to die, dude. So nothing's going to stop me, man. And they already told me, and I don't care. I want to go out that way. That's the way it is. Hey, yo, my man, let's go. The energy's high. The people are, they're finally where we told them they would be. Hey, let them keep. And look, it's going to be next offseason, dude. I'm just not even going to, listen to people. I'm just going to block them right away. Just like, yeah, I'm good on your analysis. All the Kendall Jenners of the world, like, go buy yourself another old jersey, dude. If that's what you got to do to prove you're a fan, that's quite embarrassing. Quite embarrassing. Jalen Hurts' effect, even when he wasn't doing nothing but hands defense. I want to die by then. Yes. So it looks like Kayvon is repeating what we've talked about this whole year. Yeah, a dual threat quarterback is a good thing. Do not listen to the media trying to trick people to say that is a bad thing. It's a great thing to not know what that quarterback's going to do to you. Yo, let's go, my man. This Birds team, it's making me ready to run through a wall at all times, for especially putting all my cards in while no one else, everybody, oh, you're so dumb. Your Eagles suck. They'll be the Browns, the Elliott Shore Parks of the world, Dan Tilliers. And it's like, what do you think that does right now? Like, knowing that I know way more about football than all those people. Like, that's awesome. That's why I keep going. I'm going to get paid. I'm going to take their jobs because these people can't even hold a candle. Like, they literally can't. And it's people can keep telling me all off season or each week what they know. And it's like, that's cool, man. If you could start getting stuff right, though, maybe I would start listening, but you don't. So this is why you see the Eagles sitting atop the NFC East, 6-0. That's weird. I could swear, but he said that we would have the hardest time facing the Cowboys and then the Giants, and we might not even be better than the Commanders because of Carson. Oh, you guys might want to pack up and move on back to Philly because I'll tell you what, things are looking rough for the Commanders. The Giants, they're fake. And the Cowboys, well, they're just the Cowboys. So not afraid of any of those teams. The Giants are legit. I didn't mean to say they're fake. The scare is fake. I'm not worried. I know a lot of people are trying to get that thing going. I'm not going to do that. This Eagles team is the team, like I said, to beat not only in the NFC East, but in the NFC. And in week 6, it looks like I might be right so far. You got the Vikings. I know everybody says they're better than us. Yeah, we're looking right behind you, 5-1. Unfortunately, if you go back and watch football, check out one of the games the Eagles played this year. It was against the Minnesota Vikings, and you will find out where that one comes from. Tampa Bay Buccaneers just lost to the shitty Steelers, who had all 3 of their starting corners out. Yeah, not afraid of them. Not afraid of Jimmy Garoppolo. Still can't believe most of you tried to get Hurts to be traded for him. That's embarrassing. New York Giants, laughable. Cowboys, laughable. Rams, don't care. Packers, Karen Rodgers, go read some QAnon books, don't care. Falcons, Seahawks, Saints, Commanders, Cardinals, Bears, Lions, Panthers, don't give a I don't, and I haven't all year, and I think everybody will be on board. If they're not, they will be this week, just like I said to Hurt's mom before the game. Look, and she told me, say it again once the game's over. So I did. Look, I will convince people to be fans, whether they hate me at the end of it or not. They're going to see exactly what I've been talking about. So let them write it down, take some notes, learn a little something, and then come back to me. My 12-week-old cat and 80-year-old pawpaw watching more ball than these dudes. Pictures and receipt, you know it, dude. And my girlfriend, my 12-year-old, they could dust these people with channels. And it's, I tell people that. I'm like, my dog just banged on the door as I said that. That's, go in. So apparently he wants to tell you guys what he knows. Come on. Come here. Come here. Come here. I'm trying. Come here. So Herschel says, oh, who's that dog in there in the screen? Oh, no. So he's telling you guys right now that he tried to tell you so. Do you remember? Herschel has his hot takes. You guys know that pops up. It's supposed to be funny because he barks sometimes and ruins my show. So I just made him part of it. It's called Herschel's Hot Takes. And I pop it up on there when it's time for his hot takes. So you see the shadow of the Tsushima back here. I don't know what he's doing, but Herschel's hot take, you guys remember last year, was that the Eagles would be Super Bowl winners. Now, he was going one above me and saying that we wouldn't only be contenders, but we would be winners. So Herschel looks like he could be my assistant GM when we do make it. So look, try to tell you, but he's jacking up my lighting now and he wants something. So I'm going to give the young man some attention. What are you doing? Where are you going? He's back here scratching himself now. He missed the lives yesterday. He wanted to be a part of this, but I love it, Papa Sora, because it's the truth, man. And look, if people don't understand the game, I'm not here to make fun of people. It's literally, I do not care. That's what this show is for, to try to teach people that don't have a great understanding of it, which is like 95% of the media. But the people that try to act like they do know are hilarious. Did you guys just hear that noise? Can you see? Look at him. Yeah. Yes. I'm so happy this is happening right now. You guys don't believe me how crazy this dog is sometimes when I tell stories. He does the Fletcher Cox. That's one of his moves he does, the crawling on the floor when he's pumped up. Tell him, Ash. Let's go. Let's go. Eagles, Super Bowl champs. Write it down. Herschel, Latinum. No. Eagles, Super Bowl champs. Write that down. Write it down, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing else I can do about it. Man knows ball. The man knows ball. He knows ball. Tell him, Hirsch. Tell him. So I'm sorry for torturing you guys with that to finish the show, but I'm going to get heading out here. The young boy missed me all day yesterday. I missed the hell out of him too. So don't forget his hot take. Not much of a hot take anymore. Hirsch, you better simmer down. He's telling you, quit hating out there. Quit hating. The Birds. 15 wins doesn't sound so crazy anymore, does it? That was another one of his hot takes. That's pretty wild. Pretty wild. Go ahead, Hirsch. Go ahead. Hey, honey, Hirsch is part of the show right now, and you can be too if you'd like. Yeah, he's in here. He's letting everybody know his takes on this week. So there's my beautiful woman. Oh, yeah. I got to get to that. I'm sorry. I missed too much of it last night. I love my birds, though. You know, you got to sacrifice sometimes, but got to spend some family time. But if you guys have any more questions or comments, I'm not going to torture you with my life stories or my family or anything else anymore. But I truly appreciate all of you. A little concerned, the long-term outlook of Hurts. 15 runs per game. He takes it. Not me, man. Love it. So hope you're all having yourself a great start to the week. Combat all of the negativity that's going to come at you this week. You know they're down and out. Hurts is doing great. The Eagles are undefeated. They are lost. Jonathan Gannon looking phenomenal. Howie Roseman continuing to show why he's the best GM. People will be losing sleep. Wait till I start making videos showing them again about the cap space we have in the future and the draft picks. You know, every time I do that, you'll start seeing the blue check marks making their videos and shows. So I'll try my best to get stuff out there so they can tell you guys, repeat it. But look, I'm going to do my best to get people excited that aren't. You're going to hear a lot of negativity. You know, Dan Silio's going to war about probably get him and Elliot Shore Park's probably going to team up to write some article about criminals and thugs. The story of Jalen Hurts and Deshaun Jackson. You can't trust a thug. Yeah, we get it, dude. We kind of realize that you're racist. Holy shit. What is going on, my man Joseph? I was commenting to you earlier, but I didn't see you in here, but I appreciate you tuning back in, my man. Just getting rowdy here. That's all we're doing. You missed Herschel. He pissed off. I got a dog on screen with me. It's just wild times, wild times. Too bad Jadis isn't here. He would have truly enjoyed that. But I truly appreciate you guys, and I am going to have to get rolling out, though. Jalen runs or sneaks. He does it. Yeah, exactly. Anybody knows this is all a good thing. A dual threat quarterback is a great thing. You know, people get twisted. They'll say one thing like, oh, it's a great thing to have a dual threat quarterback. Then they'll say like, oh, it's not a good thing. It's like, what the hell's going on? You'll see that all week, man. You're going to see people that are getting twisted because they wanted Deshaun Watson. They thought, you know, Howie giving up all of our picks, all of our cap space for a quarterback instead of keeping the quarterback we had and adding all the great pieces we did. They thought the team, I don't know, maybe I should make a poll. Do you guys think this team would be better without all the pieces we added and just Deshaun Watson with no money for the future? Or do you think where we sit now, my plan was the better one? I don't know, man. I'm going to say I like it. And I'm going to say that Jalen Hurts is going to continue to develop. I'm going to continue to say that multiple scheme defenses are good. Having a good GM is a good thing. And I'm not going to change my opinion. I just think those things are real, man. And I still think the Eagles are Super Bowl contenders. So let them write that down. If they want to get upset about it, well, they can come back to me, and then I'll come back to them a year later and ask them, hey, did you still feel that way? And then they'll say, I never, but I didn't feel that way. I was just saying it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hell no, they say. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I'm going to get rolling out here. But I really can't do this without you guys. So thank you for taking the time, whether you're watching this live, whether you're watching this later. I appreciate you. Hell no, indeed. It's very stupid bull. I just don't understand why people felt that way the entire offseason, trying to convince. I had nobody. It was literally like Drew commenting, maybe a couple other people. I was just like, nobody believes in Jalen Hurts. To see everyone praising him now, oh, my heart is full, dude. For them to finally see what a multiple scheme defense is. It's like, we got to get people to stop worrying about what color shoes they're wearing and worry about what the hell they're watching, dude. That would probably go a long way for some of these people. That's just my opinion, though. But I appreciate you. I'm rolling out here. If you need anything, you want to talk about birds, you can comment down below. You want to talk about life, whatever, something personal, reach out to me on any of these platforms. Always here for you guys as you are for me. But have yourselves an enjoyable week. I know it's going to be awesome for me. Everybody's trying to ghost, but don't let people that talk trash to you for over a year just get away with it. Let them know when, it actually happened. Just like how people are offended when I remind them all the things they said. Think of it like how DeMarcus Lawrence was talking trash. He talks trash before it happens. I'm more of a Nick Sirianni. I'm going to beat your ass, and then I'll talk trash. I leave the talking to people that are scared. So, hey, we'll see you next offseason if they're still listening to those clowns. But, yeah, I'll be back. Look, I think it might be Wednesday, maybe Thursday. We got a bye week. I'm taking some of this free time here, man. But I will make you a show. Some of those trade candidates we've talked about, Brian Bird, some of the kick returners out there, all that stuff. So we'll touch on that. Maybe I'll do a future outlook. Maybe it'll get a lot more views this time. Maybe people will actually get excited about having a lot of picks and money for the future. I didn't know how they couldn't get excited, but we'll hope, now that the bandwagon is pulled in, they're aboard. We can get them riding. Oh, what a rough off season it was to see people. Thank God. It is literally like, it was like climbing Mount Everest just to try to convince people basic things about football. It's like, oh, Jesus. God help us all. But I hope you're all having yourselves a great night. Stay safe out there. And if you need anything, again, please feel free to reach out to me. But I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. Until next time, I guess I already told you, but stay safe out there. And as always, Cowboys! Dallas sucks.